after so many years, kind of just in the business?
Beautiful question, Razi, and I would like your point of view on this as well. I think making music, I might evoke a few responses here as well. I think making music is a young man's job. There you go. Yeah, a young person's job. I tell you why. If you, I still can make music, but it would probably sound boring to a lot of people right now because I would not experience love, for example, like someone who's, let's say, 17 or 18, and I won't be able to express it like him. His expression of love is going to be so beautiful, so real, so raw. You know what I'm saying? Mine would be not as much. His expression of love, there you go, been there, done that. You know, when you know the maths, the magic goes. So for the 17 years old, there's no maths, there's only magic. And that's what music is all about. So yeah, this is what I think. I could make songs about investments, songs about trans, songs about fireside chats. Love, maybe not. Sixth love, maybe yes. And funnily, I would still find my listeners. And that's the magic of creating art. You always end up, fools find fools.
So talking about creativity, as one of the most visible artists of your generation, how challenging is it to balance creative freedom with public opinion and criticism?
Sorry, I'm still stuck to that last question. I'm not.
Oh, you want to sing that? You don't want to sing that now?
No. Yeah, so I find myself, and I'll be honest with you, moving away from a lot of genres of music, towards now probably curating artistically different things, but still representing my culture, still Badshah being Badshah, probably making a blueprint that we didn't have when we were starting out, and just teaching things that we learned in the last 20 years so that the artists next to me, or let's say Attitude, the beautiful group that perform, they don't take 20 years to reach where I reached. They probably take 2 or 3 years. So that is what I am probably working on right now. Most definitely. Sorry, going back to your question.
So, you are one of the most visible artists of your generation, and it's always challenging to balance creative freedom with public opinion and criticism, because you must get on that too. So how do you deal with that?
Am I allowed to swear? No? Yes? I don't give a... You. That's beautiful, right? That's art. I don't give a... See, that's all noise. And I think an artist's... And that is also something that I want to teach, other than music. I think I want to teach people how to block the noise. It's very important. It's sort of a superpower in today's times. There's so much noise. There's so many opinions. How to be, and I can teach you right now. You always have the answer within the first 5 seconds. It's right here in your gut. God has given you that antenna. You always have the answer within the first 5 seconds. But you spoil that answer by thinking, by your education. By your greed of knowledge. You want to learn so many things. You always have the answer in the first 5 seconds. Trust that. Always trust that. Even if you fail, you will be responsible, not his opinion. sleep with the responsibility of your own failure is amazing as well, trust me. But to sleep knowing that, oh, he told me to do that, that's why I failed, is so painful. Yeah, so.
But was that always the case? Because I can see, with age and over time, I have also become more resilient to the feedback or opinions. But growing up, like when I was much younger, it wasn't me. So, I mean, we've got our movement today. When was that moment for you when you were like, I don't give?
Yeah, I think I was always like that. But also when I was growing up, the times were different. And I'll tell you a very practical thing. I think social media is a different monster. There are so many. The noise has increased. The amount of noise has increased. The number of opinions have increased, and their ability to reach you is far more than the ability of opinions reaching to us was back in the day. So of course, like with age, you develop into this thick-skinned guy, but you always have to trust your gut. That is something that you have to, and it's not easy. It's extremely easier said than done. But your mind